Everyone, my name is Joel Lau. I'm from the class of 93 to 95 from LPC. I'm originally from Hong Kong, but now I'm currently based in Munich, Germany. I am now a European deployment lead for SAP analytical tool for GlaxoSmithKline. Based in Germany, I've been with the company for about 10 years. For me, pharma is quite interesting because I'm an economist, accountant by training. I know nothing about pharma, I know nothing about the science. That's something that I can help when I go into work, thinking that I help in contributing to the healthcare because I'm part of behind the scene, the supporting function to ensure that we have the most innovative medicine to be launched to the people in need so that people can live longer and feel better. Influenced my career in a sense that it opened up my mind. I remember when I was still in a traditional Hong Kong school, I thought, okay, well, everyone told me Hong Kong has the best Hong Kong. You don't need to leave Hong Kong. You can just stay here forever. But the moment I stepped in here, living with all the international students, my mind completely opened up. Then I told myself that I have to see the world. That's when, at the moment I left Hong Kong in 95, then I went to university in America, worked in the US, and many years later, 8 countries, 6 languages later, I'm still abroad. But I never felt like I'm disconnecting from my roots. It will always be part of me. But UWC teach me to reassert my identity and to able to spread the message that we all belong to the little world village. So it doesn't really matter where I am. I feel like I'm home as long as I make friends and be a genuine person. I don't have to change myself to adapt to an environment, but it's just that everything just comes together because of the UWC spirit that I had when I was here. It's very different in Hong Kong school. Everyone just focus on the academics, everyone just competing for the grades. It is super competitive. You don't have a lot of exchange. Maybe you do some sports after work with the students, but in UWC, academics is part of it, but it's not the entirety of it. It really depends on how much effort you're making in terms of interacting with other people, sharing your culture and all that. That is something that I would have never gotten if I were to stay in a traditional A-level school in Hong Kong. The one thing is just to have 4 people living together in the same room is already quite challenging. Even though back home in Hong Kong, I never had my own room. We lived in a very small apartment with parents and all that. But it's just that to make sure that we are not killing each other, squeezing each other, how to adapt, how to be diplomatic, but not just swallow everything in. I learned to be a little bit more vocal because the whole Hong Kong mindset is very indirect. You're not supposed to piss people off and stuff like that. But now I learned to be very direct and to share my real feelings. That helps me from a mental perspective when I move to the US, because if you don't ask for help, people will never find out. Then you are completely on your own. So it really makes me open up my mind to be ready wherever I am. Really nothing to worry about. Be open to something completely new, feeling a little bit insecure, which is fine, but the reward is amazing because you will be a completely different person. It doesn't really matter whether you study abroad afterwards or you study in Hong Kong. The part of you, the change in the mindset will be with you forever. Nothing really to be prepared. You just have to be yourself, but just make sure that, if you expect the typical home Hong Kong comfort, everything being done prepared, you can forget about it because you need to be on your own. It's the first step to become a completely independent adult. So I highly recommend. I never look back and feel regret. I feel like if I haven't done it, I would have regretted forever, so highly recommend. Many people that I miss a lot. My roommate, Morten, he's from Denmark. We share the same room for a year and 2. We met each other in between. I attended his wedding in Spain, met him a few times in London. It's just amazing. 30 years I'm back it felt like time never changed. We might have a little bit more wrinkles, but like the teenage mind, the whole UWC kid's mind is always there, which is like the magic. When I came back to Hong Kong, I could have come back more often, but now that after the reunion, I'm really up for like any possible meetup. One thing I wanted to add is there's some second Saturday at 6 o'clock get together in different parts of the world when I was in America. Then I met people from other UWCs as well. It's like the magic, it's like the hidden code. It doesn't really matter which UWC you went to. Like the experience when we share, it's like, oh, check. I have done this, I felt this way, I felt that way. Like that's an immediate bond. It's really special, so really doesn't matter. It's really transgenerational. Like I'm not the youngest one, but when I talk to the younger graduate that is 10, 20 years younger than me, I never felt that there's any generation gap. 即係我覺得而家 UWC 最大嘅影響就係話你讀完呢間學校，你無論去過任何一間 UWC 嘅學校，只要大家一齊分享大家以前嘅經驗咧，即係我覺得就大家就會即刻做咗個好永遠嘅朋友咯，因為大家經歷過同 international 即係同國際嘅學生一齊生活過呢個感覺呢個概念咧，係喺其他學校係你永遠都得唔到嘅，所以我係一定係熱烈支持大家去報李寶春聯合世界書院或者其他嘅 United World College。So, was ich denke, mit United World College ist ein ganz anderes Erfahrung. Nach 2 Jahren in Hongkong habe ich wahnsinnig viel gesehen, habe ich wahnsinnig gute Freundschaft ausgebaut und das bleibt in meiner Meinung für Ewigkeit. Jedes Mal, wenn ich anderen Graduate von United World College gesehen habe, wir haben unsere Erfahrung geteilt, wir sind sofort die besten Freunde. Deswegen, ich kann nur empfehlen, alle interessenten Studenten unbedingt UWC sich bewerben. Das ist wirklich eine unvergessliche Erfahrung des Lebens. In French, je pense que le 2 ans à United World College, c'est vraiment incroyable. J'ai rencontré beaucoup d'étudiants internationaux. J'ai établi beaucoup d'amitiés et ça reste dans ma vie toute la journée. Et chaque fois quand je rencontre des autres étudiants dans notre pays, je parle avec l'expérience où on a étudié ou ce qu'on a rencontré, c'est vraiment merveilleux l'expérience. C'est pourquoi je veux vraiment encourager tous les étudiants pour faire l'application pour United World College parce que l'expérience, ça reste toujours dans la vie. Merci.